just cleanse up the cards while I'm waiting for you lot to come in. Queen Cups, smudge a lot occulta for today because I don't know how this wig is going. You lot need to. No, I need to make up my own mind. What's it saying? Because underneath's cute as well. It's got a cute little twist going on. So, but it's behaving. It's behaving. Meet Diana the second. The second coming of Diana. The second coming of Diana. Hi guys, hola. Just gonna cleanse up these cards. Come for the 2-2 portal reading because y'all know I love a portal. Y'all know I love a portal. Like, I know I've been away a bit long, innit? For you, like even for YouTube, I've been away a bit long. But you know, we just flow. It's going to be greasy. Do you not get rid of the grease on your face like that as well? Because that's all I do. I feel like my hands are a bit greasy though as well, so it's just defeating the whole. Yeah, because do you know how many times I took the thumbnail, bruv? Took the thumbnail, yeah, and the skin was greasy. The wig, I don't know if it was sitting right. I was just like, no, I don't want my face on there today. A bit controversial because yesterday I ended up in a shop where I had no business being. I left my house. It was like almost like I was guided. I needed to go to Brixton, left my house, went to Brixton. I had no business in the shop. Everybody that knows the shop. Yeah, the one that sells all the candles and all the crystals and all the things. Yeah, it's the witch's shop. Yeah, had no business in there, and I walked straight in there, picked up some yellow candles, and then I saw these 3 decks. Yeah, hey Jazz, hey my baby. I mean, you already told them. You know I was good for it. You know I was good for it for this occasion. I'm telling the story about this deck here, right? And also this deck here, because okay, so I'm in the shop that I'm not supposed to be in, yeah, because I have no business. And I looked at the cards, and there were 3 decks calling me, just 3 decks that I'd never seen before in there, and they were just like, hey girl, and I was like, hey, I mean, I ain't got no business with no decks, but hey, how are you? Man pulled out the 3 decks for me, and what made me not get the first deck had something to do with, I do know, I do know, all right? So I had a reason for not getting the first deck, yeah? And then I just purchased the other 2. I looked at them, and it was more like a feeling. It was more like, just get me. And I was just like, I don't need no damn decks. And okay, so I got the decks, yeah? What happened yesterday? I was on the phone to the girls for ages, and then I went to see one of the mothers. That was another thing that was wild, because they were like, go and see mother, and I was just like, eh? Anyway, I went to see one of the mothers, spent the whole evening, watched this random Niger film. Watch this random Niger film, yeah, because I don't even go into it. And I came home at about 11, walked the dog. Sorry, Ralphie can't come today because the setup's a bit different, and he was just, poor thing, you know, and you saw what happened last time I let Ralphie in on the mix. Not that it was his fault, but, you know, I don't want to catch a light again, especially not in what did I call her? Diana the Return. It was really good. It's at the beginning anyway. Like, Diana the Return of Diana. It was a good name. Anyway, I can't remember. Anyway, so I've come home. I've watched Jazz's live on the Divine Masculine. It was a love reading, Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine reading. I wasn't really going to watch it, but I had to watch it because the 3 of us came on Monday, one after the other, and I just had to watch the trilogy in it. I just had to, and It wasn't what I was expecting, but I was like, it was exactly what I fucking needed. Jano. So anyway, watch that. So I was about to say put the baby to bed. I put Ralphie to bed, came in and thought, oh, I need to touch these decks. But something was like, I have to get in Diana the second. It was Diana second. That was the second coming of Diana. The second coming of Diana. We live, baby. Spiritual rejuvenation. We live. Yeah, the second coming of Diana. That is the name of this week. Boom. So I've come in and I thought, oh, it's about 12:30 now. And I'm thinking, I really want to touch this deck, you know. I really want to touch these decks. But I'm going to have to do I'm going to have to cleanse everything. I'm going to have to get into it. Because sometimes I'll just get new decks, bust it open, and I'll just be excited. I'll come and write on the live with the new deck. But these ones were like, you're going to have to take some time. So I pulled for myself from this first deck, which is called the Thoth. You know what I mean, innit? Deck. And I didn't catch. No, there was this card dancing on the top of it. I wasn't going to tell you the full story, but we're here. So there was this card dancing on the top of it. And because they're nude, you know, they get a little bit, they can be dancey. And before I shuffled, this card was on the top. Nah, the piss take was, look at the book. Look at the book. No, seriously, this is the book next to me. I'm making it look big. This is the book next to me. You already know I can't see shit. We're going to get with the smoke as well because of the deck that I'm dealing with. It's like I feel like I need it. I feel like I fucking need it. Thank you, Jazz. Thank you. Anyway, boom. Let's get back. Let's get into this, right? So boom. Pick up this card on the top, and it says, no, let me read it to you straight. I'm imagining that the glasses work with this wig, because the other one, it didn't really work, but this one's poofy, so it should work. I'm going to tell you why I'm in yellow, because I'm following the energies of this, because not only is it a portal, we're in the year of the tiger. We're in the year of the tiger, yo. I am the tiger. Wait. We cut the lace, yeah? We cut the lace. Me and my daughter. Well, my daughter cut the lace. I was there just, you know, it was on my head. So I cut it too. So, boom. This is what this says about this deck. The tarot is a pictorial representation of the forces of nature as conceived by the ancients according to a conventional symbolism. At first sight, one would suppose this arrangement to be arbitrary, but it is not. It is necessitated by the structures of the universe, and in particular of the solar systems, as symbolized by the Holy Kabbalah. Aleister Crowley. You know, when I saw it, yeah, I was like, Aleister, yeah. I wasn't sure. But then, something told me, don't be scared. Why would you be scared? Hey Keisha from Phoenix, USA. Why would you be shook? After everything we've been doing, all the work we've been doing, Lilith, all the things. I've been to Egypt. I've stood in the very pyramids that he said he stood in and got his revelations for his philosophies. I've been there, yeah? And things happened out there. I'm not going to lie to you. One day, I'm going to tell the story of what happened when I went to Egypt. One day, the whole story, and not leaving nothing out, because it was wild. I was there with Sophie. Anyway, boom. So I was like, do I really want to fuck with this? Not only do I want to fuck with it, do I want to bring this to the collective to fuck with? And then I was like, let me pull. So I shuffled these cards and I pulled, the first 3 cards I pulled out was the 3 of Cups. Fuck you not. The 3 of Cups, the 2 of Cups, and the Ace of Cups. Maybe because they was all together and I didn't shuffle properly, but them 3 fell out first. And the 3 of Cups, now this is different for me because remember I'm still studying tarot, and I feel like I stopped studying tarot for a minute. I just be winging it. And but I remember these cards very distinctively. Yes, I only pulled them last night, but the 3 of Cups said abundance on it first. Beautiful illustration of lotuses and cups, and it was so beautiful. And then the 2 of Cups said love. And I was like, what are these oracle cards? Hey, aspiring Sarah D, I love you too. What are these fucking oracle cards? And then, bruh, when I read the depictions of these cards on this miniature book, nah, look at the books, the same size as my pendant, as my pendulum. I mean, what are we doing here? Anyway, so when I read the meanings of these cards that I pulled, I got a feeling. I got a feeling that ran through my body differently. Because, I mean, like I said, I've been studying tarot on and off, not as diligently as I've needed to have done in the last year or so, but I've been doing it, yeah? I got notes everywhere. What are we doing? Okay, boom. And, but this hit so differently, and it was nothing like the depictions that I've ever read before. And it being Alistair, like, he must have been one of the first people to drop the card thing easily. And I was thinking, well, these must be, and he talks about it being the universe, the solar system, the this and the that, and it goes more into depth for me. And I swear, obviously, you can imagine it's this much writing for each one, but yet the detail in which he explains was like, I'm sold. So if you lot are opposed to this being used, you lot should roll out now, because I'm going to be using these decks, especially this Alistair one, for a minute, because there's something about it. I can't even explain it, even the way that it handles. I just like it a lot. And I was really asking, I was like, does that make me evil? But shit, all this work we've been doing, light and dark, dark and light, this is the I don't know what they say. I always say Tahuti, but tarot. Look at this, the tiniest deck you've ever seen. So yeah, guys, you know, this is after I pulled my cards, after I did my spread. First of all, I wanted to call the girls, because if it's me, then it's you. If it's you, then it's me. And I was like, oh my god, it was so beautiful. Oh my god, it was such a beautiful reading. But before I go on, just in case we don't just in case we don't pull the 3 of Cups, and I'm biased small, but just in case we don't pull it again, I have to tell you how it went down. I have to tell you why it thrilled me when I read it. The 3 of Cups equals abundance, Bina in the suit of water, Mercury in Cancer. The cups are pomegranates, bountifully overflowing in a calm sea, typifying the fulfillment of the will to love. Typifying the fulfillment for the will to love, for the will, your will to love. I've got ringing in my ears because we're doing portals. And you know, portals, I'll go anywhere with it. I don't care where they take me, I'm doing it. So, how long have I been here? 14 minutes. I really want to shout out one of our G's who sent me a beautiful package all the way from Texas, and her company is called Rancho Scorpio. I don't know if she's launched yet, but listen, her stuff, this is the THC body oil I'll be telling y'all about. Look how I've scraped it out already. Look how I just got it. Look how I'll be scraping this thing out. The thing is luxurious. I also got like a hand and lip scrub, THC infused. I got face scrub. I got oil, which I can put a few drops into the bath. Let me tell you lot, I'm gonna be sneaking a few drops of this into the Mama D Goddess bath oils. I'm gonna do that for the first batch that go out. So you guys, it'll be the only batch that will have it in there, and it's a different experience having THC oil in your bath. I beg. Anyway, should we get into this? Hi, great to see you too. Was that Seppi? I didn't get to see the name. Guys, can you hit the like button when y'all come in? Oh my God, my sisters are gonna crucify me. So they told me to hit the super chat, yeah, for donations. And I read all the comments like differently. I read all of them. So boom. My sisters, yeah, they said, put on your hyper chat. No, it's not hyper chat because I'm old in it. Super chat. Put on your super chat. I said, yeah, my daughter's come in. I'm going to get her to help me do it. And we forgot. I didn't forget. It just, we did the wig thing. She had things to do, so she had to pop off. But anyway, I was going to do it. I watched a YouTube, yeah, to see how to do this super chat thing. And because I'm watching it on my phone, I can't actually physically do it. So I was like, fuck it, I'll come in the bedroom and do it on the Mac. And then looking at the time, and I'm like, no, time's moving. So don't beat me up. It's going to be ready Friday. When we come 3 of Cups, we're going to put on the super chat. I'm going to have it done. It's not my thing. So if you do want to make donations, my PayPal is in my bio. Looks good. It's in the bio. That's all I want to say about that. I'm going to get with the kids, man. I'm going to get with the kids. I'm going to get to know what is what. But right now, allow me in it. I'm coming. I want to get into this. I want to get into this reading. I don't know if I've got anything to say that I haven't already said somewhere else. I don't know. Because we talked about Jupiter. Jupiter's also doing a return. Should I pin it? I'll pin it, right? Because let me see. If I don't come back, this is long. PayPal. Do you know? Because no, I'm not going to ask one question because I don't know nothing about Super Chat. Yeah, I know about PayPal. So I'm just going to put it in. Obviously, there's no obligation. I don't have to do shit in it. But I'm going to write it. Right. Top chat, live chat, none chat. No, I'm not going to write nothing. Cancel. All messages are visible. Blah, blah, blah. Listen, I'm not going to complicate nothing. I'm not going to say nothing. I'm not going to do anything. I'm not pressing no buttons. Because you already know. You already know when I start pressing buttons. It's long. So, yeah. It's all in my bio. Just for this is the last time this is going to happen, yeah? Last time. Hello to all your new subs. I'm going to get with this admin, yeah? Hello to all the new subscribers. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thrills me, man. Thrills me. Alright. It is. I love you guys, man. I love you guys. Some of you I can hear you like almost type shouting. She said in her bio. Okay, so boom, the Jupiter return thing. I don't know too much about it. I didn't do too much research on it, I'm not gonna lie to you. But I know when something does a return, shit happens. Okay, so I'll give you an example. So in 2020, when Mercury and Pluto conjunct for the very first time in 500 years or something, that was the birth of China. That it happened on the same day as the birth of China. And look at what happened to China. I mean, you see, I don't know what's going on with China now, because I know it was peak for a minute, but and then I know they made a sun. I don't know what happened with China, but listen, in the beginning it was peak for man. It was peak for man. So this Pluto return for the Americas looking to be peak for man, but me and my sisters, 3 of Cups, we did did a little talk about, you know, just how to prepare yourself and keep yourself together over at Angel Gang HQ with Queen Cut. So you lot can check that out. But that's all I really want to say about that. I just want to be having my tea and my popcorn just to be watching. Because what needs to go down needs to go down. It just needs to go down. It's not even like, oh, is there a way to prevent it? It just fucking needs to go. It needs to happen regardless of who and what is left. That includes myself. I'm talking about myself, you know. It's regardless. It just needs to. All right. So I just, you know, I just did the frankincense again. I just needed to cleanse one more deck. So we're using 5 decks today. We're going to be using don't beat me up. Don't beat me up. Okay, boom. Look. The thoughts. Am I saying it right? Deck. We're using Egyptian Tarot. Oh, thank you, Keisha. Using Egyptian Tarot. We're using Making Magic Oracle. We're using Ancestors and the Angels. And we are obviously going to be using the Crystal Wisdom deck. My faves. All right, let's pray, y'all. Our Divine Mother and Father who live within us, hallowed be thy name. Our freedom come, your will be done on earth as it is within us. Give us this day our daily breath, and forgive us our trespasses against ourselves and others as we forgive those who trespass against us and themselves, through all lifetimes, timelines, and levels of consciousness. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from the absence of love. For we are the kingdom, we are the power. Divided we are weak, united we are victorious. And to you, the Almighty, we give all of the glory forever and ever. Duanete. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It is done, it is done, it is done. So it is, and so it will be. Ashe. I ask for my guides, my ancestors, my guardians, my Orisha, my higher self, and my guardians to come forward and help assist with this 2/2/2022 portal. What does it mean for the collective? What should we expect from this shift? And whatever else guidance you want to give us, because you know I get a little bit when it comes to this thing. Thank you, Ashe. Ashe, we're gonging because we ain't gonged. Keep praying. Be like, all have the gong in my hand and put it back down. Nerves. Thank you, Lizzie. Lizzie. As above, so below. So within, so without. If it's me, then it's you. If it's you, then it's me. Because we in this bitch together, y'all. And we don't have to do any of it alone anymore. Isn't it beautiful? It's so beautiful. All right. Alrighty. I'm going for the controversial first, yeah. I'm going for the controversial first. And we'll be reading from the books as well, because like I said, their interpretations or their meanings are very different to traditional tarot. But then where did traditional tarot come from? Oh, I love the frequencies of it. One time, my big daughter, yeah, she had a really bad day, and she just came and sat on the rug, and I just gonged, and she was like, it was like venom. She said it was like venom, like the devil just jumped out of her. It's beautiful. I want to have like the whole range of the big crystal ones, but we moved like slowly and smallly. We move, but that's my first sound bowl. It's beautiful. I love it. Oh. She's called the Second Coming of Diana. I know I did name her Diana the Second, but it's the Second Coming. It's the Second Coming. Thank you, Tilly. I love your name. Oh, you got the animals with ya. Thank you, Neptune 44. Thank you. All right, let's get into this portal. I've been in the portal, bruv. I've been in the portal. Not your bad baby. I just changed the name just now. You didn't know. Instagram's still got Diana the Second. I'm gonna have to edit it. All right. Can we get some? Because look how easy these cards are to shuffle. Brand new. Because you already know that shuffling ain't really my thing. I've got to get the girls to teach me how to do that casino stuff. Because I want to learn. Oh, I don't know. And oh, 3 came out. I thought that you'd be able to see them, you know. I thought if I sat here at the bottom of the deck, we've got the Queen of Wands. Okay, we'll leave that there for now. And then what did we get? We got the Prince of Swords, we got the Princess of Wands, and we got Power. Wow. Okay. First of all, let's see what they mean in this book. Prince of Swords. Rules 20 degrees Capricorn to 20 degrees Aquarius. Ain't we all up in that energy right now? We have to be. It makes sense. The airy part of air. This card typifies the intellect. The prince is seated in a chariot drawn by a childlike face. Yo. Intellect. Okay. I'm sitting here asking myself, what does it all mean? What does it all mean with 152 of you in here? So I feel like, because what would the Prince of Swords be? It doesn't even matter what it would be in traditional tarot. Prince of Swords represents intellect, intellectual. It is Capricorn. Capricorn is definitely an intellectual sign, but obviously we're here in Aquarius with the air, lots of thoughts. Being a prince. I'm just going to interpret these however I feel like it, yeah, because we're in a portal, not in nothing else. Thank you, Adiola. Yeah, we're in a portal, so we can do whatever we want here. Okay, so the intellect, and it's 2020 as well. I got it. Okay, so remember I was just telling you about China and what happened when in 2020 when Pluto and Capricorn got together, and how we could never have even have foreseen or thank you, Leah, I love you too, Mama. And we could never have foreseen what was coming or how it was going to go down. I feel like that was almost like a prelude for the Americans. You have to, because everything's secular, isn't it? Everything has a pattern. So you have to look back and see how things went down before. I mean, you can look at how China coped, but I would go back further. I would go back to let's go back to, like, is it 1920 when y'all had the, what was that flu called? When y'all was still, I'm saying y'all, I'm saying them, when they were wearing the masks, and back then, and everything went down. What was the shift? What was the real reason for that? Do some research as to why that went down, how it went down, how the people got through that, how they, Spanish flu. Thank you, aspiring Sarah D. Yeah, the Spanish flu. I would go back there. I would start looking at how things played out, what the people did, who were the revolutionaries, what were their contributions. I would, especially if I was a resident there, in order to prepare myself and make sure that I stay ready, so I don't got to get ready. Being a prince, I would say it's quite naive. This is the naivety of thought. It's like, you know, even as a prince, a young mind has always got optimism, hasn't it? You know, as long as it hasn't been too tainted and too disenchanted by the world, there is still a level of optimism in the thoughts of the youth, isn't there? I hope there is. I pray there is. So even though you may feel like this is a scenario where you may have never have even comprehended that such a thing would be part of your reality, it would be best for you to at least prepare for any eventuality to come in the future, especially when it comes to migration, when it comes to settlement, when it comes to just rerouting. Because I feel like even if some of us, I don't feel safe in London, but it's like um, it is what it is, and I feel like my wits are about me enough to know that if I needed to make a move or do something different, I would just do that. And I got an example of how I move in a crisis on Monday. My dress set alight during a reading on Monday on Instagram, and I was pretty calm about the whole thing. I'm going to move this smoke now because it's trying to take all of my visualization to us. So yeah, even still, I'm still really shocked at how calm I was in that situation, and I would assume that would be my stance in any and every eventuality now that I'm faced with now and in the future. Your thoughts can have you panic sometimes. I had this thought in the bath today. I was feeling really excited. I just had the feeling of excitement, and then my thoughts went to things that excite me, things that would excite me. Obviously, we're in the year of the tiger, and that's all about adventure. It's all about, taking risks and moving forward. It's movement. It's a movement energy, and I was excited, and then I was thinking, shit, this is the same feeling as anxiety. And for a moment, I allowed myself to worry about something, and I saw how it moved. I saw how that feeling was the same, and it was my thoughts that determined how it moved in my body. Do you get what I'm saying? Does that make any fucking sense? Because everything is polarities, right? It's one of the 7 Hermetic laws. So it's like everything is the same but in different polarities. So anxiety is the same as excitement, but it was my thoughts that determined how it would form, and it formed differently. When I was feeling, when I felt it first, I automatically went to, this is excitement, started thinking about things that excited me, and my body did something else. But when I went to anxiety and allowed, because I know anxiety, I lived anxiety for many years, so I know it. Oh my God, it's almost like it was, I could feel myself coiling, and I was like, fuck. Like, it really is just as simple as my thoughts controlling the energy that's moving through my body, because the energy is going to move. So this is where the thoughts are very important, the intellect. And we are all, not some of us, we are all very naive in this. We all don't know how to move in this. This is all very new to us. Even if, we can say, I've been on the journey this long, or you've been on the journey that long, it doesn't really matter. Like, we're all still learning brand new concepts and ways of being, and the way to embed that into our subconscious mind is repetition. That's how we learn to walk, that's how we learn to talk, that's how we learn to read, that's how we learn to write, that's how we learn to do all of the things that we do automatically, drive cars, take care of our children. Repetition. So you have to repeatedly choose where on the scale, where on the spectrum you want to sit. You're going to feel the feeling and go to excitement, or you're going to feel the feeling or go to anxiety. You're going to feel the feeling and feel fear, or you're going to go to feel the feeling and feel love. Because it's the same thing. How many of us have got ready for a first date and we're like, but it's like, it's still, and it leads to love. you know, like fear and love, it's, all of this is the same, one in the same thing. Someone just mentioned the second coming of Diana, because, you know, I like to give the wigs their own platform, their own voices. So when they're bigged up, let's give her a little, you know. Okay, that's all I want to say about that, because I feel like that's enough. That's enough. Where's that tiny little book? And then we got the Prince of Wands, another prince. Could also, I would say that, like, the Knight of Wands is, isn't it? It's like new terrain. It's like naivety, but passionate naivety. Let's see what it says though. Let's just see what it says. So I'll just be making shit up on the spot. Prince of Wands rules 20 degrees Cancer, 20 degrees Leo, airy part of fire, with the faculty of expanding and volatilization, just it being volatile. So you imagine blowing fire, you know, imagine a forest fire with a wind. Bruh, that's devastation, you know what I mean? So I feel like, what are we saying here? The airy part of fire with the faculty of expanding. He is seated in a chariot of flame and holds the phoenix wand of power and energy. Holds the phoenix wand of power and energy. So this passion is also a transformation. It's a new way. Remember, I told you it's a new way of being. This is as we come through this portal in at the same time as the Chinese New Year, Year of the Tiger, where it's got all of that forward movement energy and that sense of adventure and that fearlessness and that confidence. As we move through this portal, this is what we add to our little rucksack. This is what we got. You know, I mean, we get that fiery, passionate energy, and know that within ourselves that we are powerful. That you are powerful within you. You don't have to look outside of yourself at no point anymore to understand your power, and know that the way that it's fed is through, first of all, the divine, and second of all, through the things that you choose to do from moment to moment. This is how your power is fed and expanded and regenerated. But it's not due to anything outside of you. And this is what we are being asked to remember as we move through and carry on in these times here. Hey, Mnet. Hey, Allah. All right, what's the last card that we got? We got Power. 4 of discs, the 4 of coins in traditional tarot. 4 of coins can either mean restriction, it can either mean, you know, being too afraid to move financially. It can also mean overspending and doing too much. Let's have a look to see what it means in this deck. I don't even want to say the man's name. I feel like I'm calling Candyman to Bomba. Yeah, man. But I love the deck a lot. I'm gonna lie. What is discs? This book is something else, boy. Looks like it belongs in a dolly house. 4 of discs. Power. Chest in the suit of earth. Sun in Capricorn. Sun in Capricornus. The discs are very large and solid and suggest a fortress. This card symbolizes law and order maintained by constant vigilance. Did you hear me and the girls talking about the gangs uniting across the world? Did you hear us talking about that? That's what that kind of felt like to me. And also a collective consciousness of unity. We talked about the importance of this also with the 3 of Cups. you can construct a fortress around yourself, you know, at all times, a fortress of protection. Everything's energy, right? Everything's invisible when it comes to, even our thoughts are invisible, you know, so, but they're real if you give them the energy, right? So I'm going to show you a witchy tip, yeah? So basically, when I go to sleep, before I go to sleep, I'm in the theta, that theta stage just before, between wake and sleep. That's when I begin to pray. And then once I finish praying, I then visualize the golden white light from my solar plexus and my heart that comes out of my body. The source is from spirit, and it comes out of my body and surrounds me in an orb. I spread that light around every crevice and corner of my home. And I also do it for my neighbours as well, because we live in one house together, so they get that too. And then I spread it out into everybody I know and love, including you, collective. And I sleep very, very peacefully. I make sure that I chant, or not so much chant, say that I don't allow anything that outside of me inside my dream space. So when I do dream, I don't have anything other than, like, I don't know what, nobody really knows what dreams are, but to me it's all reflections. It's all smoke and mirrors to me. And not to say that it isn't real, but I make sure that if there is anything that comes to want to fuck with me in my dream space, you don't have access for that. Simit. So you can do that. You can do that before you leave your home. You can do that over your children. You can do that over your parents. You can do that over anybody. And trust and believe, nothing can penetrate that. Nothing can penetrate that. And that's almost like as above, so below, because we're dealing with coins, isn't it? So we're bringing this down, grounding this invisible fortress into our realities as a daily practice. Remember, repetition is key when it comes to the subconscious. The subconscious is a programmed device. Do you understand? So it's not like the conscious mind, where it can be quite fleeting. You know, the subconscious mind is something that needs to get programmed. So all of the shit that we've had to release was all programming, and we've had to replace it with new programming. So this is some of the new programming that you lot are going to be getting into: self-protection, and not just of this physical body, of your light bodies, of all your bodies, of all of your incarnations across all lifetimes, all timelines, and all levels of consciousness. That's what I do. Anyway, so let's get some clarifiers for this intellectual, this is the Prince of Swords, this intellectualism, you know. Let's get some clarifier for it. Yeah, let's get some clarifiers. We'll do everybody at the bottom of the deck afterwards. I don't know what order you do it in. You're supposed to do bottom of the deck now or later? We've got so many coins. We got so many coins. Wait. Queen of Cups. Okay. Move y'all over here and let's get into it. Let's see what it says. So we've got the Eight of Pentacles. From this, what's this deck called? Egyptian Tarot. We've got the Eight of Pentacles. It has got a completely different meaning to what we know. So we're learning new tarot. I already told you lot that anyway, that we're going to be doing things so differently from 2022. So let's see, just real quick. Pentacles, 8. What does it mean here? The sacred tree. Stability, manual or commercial ability, professional capacity. That's it. secretary stability, manual or commercial ability. This is making sure that your gifts are being utilized in this time. That your gifts are being utilized in this time. The things that you've been gifted, the things that you're good at, the things that you are passionate about, are in line to really put you in a stable position. If you've been, 20, like the year of the ox last year was all about, it was so slow in it. Like, it was a fast year, but it was slow in it. Everything was fucking slow. I mean, I didn't even have motivation sometimes to even do some shit. It was just so fucking slow. And I was actioning things small bit. But in this tiger energy already, like, I've been very consistent with, even if it's 1 brick a day on the empire, I'm investing in 1 brick a day. 1 brick, so at least. But I feel it just turboing. So all of the gifts, all of your creative ideas and your contributions are very, very likely to put you in a very stable position financially if you take the risks, if you just let go of fear and put it out there. Give it to us. Give it to them. I haven't got no dancehall outfit on. I'm not even in the mood to dancehall. But you know what I mean. So, and then you've got the 9 of Pentacles, which is like in traditional. Again, this is like doing really well. Really, you're 1 away from your financial independence. So it doesn't matter if things haven't looked like they were really moving for you. The energy, it wasn't fully supported. We just had to be patient. We had so much things to let go of. We had so many things to release in order for this time to come up and for us to just go true. Just go true. So the 9 of Pentacles here, it says the power of atom, shrewdness, caution, seeing both sides of something, and ambiguity. So it's, again, it's back with the intellect, it's weighing up all of the seeing things from all of the perspectives, seeing things from a higher perspective. Because again, as we go through this portal, there's so many truths, so many things that are going to come out that are going to rock your belief systems and rock your foundations of what you thought you knew. Shit. That's a real life thing. So, being shrewd, especially with your money, man, especially investing in the right places, doing, going back to old types of, I was just thinking partner, I've never done a partner. I've always wanted to do a partner. Yeah, tiredness is not a joke right now. Sleep has been a whole fucking myth. These last few days, the skies have been ridiculously pink. I know that Cloak Ship says that's iron oxide. Research what that is and what it means for you and your body. So there are going to be a lot of things coming up that are going to rock what you thought you knew. Even just something as simple as keeping your money in the bank is a myth. You should be taking your money out the fucking bank. It really shouldn't be there. Them banks are about to all collapse, and then what? All your digits disappear off the screen, and then fucking what? Do you know what I mean? It's already happened in Cuba. So come on, guys. Time to do some new stuff. The Hanged Man. This is complete surrender, isn't it? This is just letting go and just, surrendering. Let's see what it says in the book, though. Seeing things from a different perspective. Let's see what it says in the book, though. There's really a couple of lines, but it's so different to what I've ever heard before in traditional tarot. The Hanged Man. Okay. Expiation. Devotion is a divine law from which no one is exempt. Because that's all I've been hearing. That's all I've been hearing. It's like it doesn't even, like if you don't have faith, if you don't have a relationship with the divine at this time, you're fucked. That's the bottom line here. That's the bottom line here. Let's see what else it says. Penitence, sacrifice, reparation, pardon, transition, illumination. Illumination. Already done told you, it's not a joke. The whole of the year of the tiger is all about exposure as well. Imagine. The whole of the year. And we're talking macro, micro. Macro, micro. So if you're out here not being authentic, you're gonna get catch out. And then there's trust issues. Because if you're not being authentic and you get catch out, you know, like people are gonna be looking at you side eye. Like, can this person be trusted because they're so inauthentic with their own fucking reality? How the fuck am I gonna be able to trust you, to build with you, to commune with you, for you to be part of my to be part of my community, my village, if you're not even telling the fucking truth about yourself? Because you're gonna get catch at. Imagine we're all out here fucking witches. You know, like telepathy's a whole thing. You know, sometimes it's just a matter of how you moved a certain part of your body, or you know, how much you stuttered for me to know if you're fucking telling the truth or not. Sometimes I won't even call you out more time. I'll just be like, I see you. I don't want no one to see me like that. I want to come out 100. If you like me, you like me. If you don't, you don't. No one gives a fuck. No one cares. You know, because it is all about authenticity in every sense of the word. Three of Cups did the 5 aspects of the soul so that we can get truly into our authentic selves and celebrate every aspect of ourselves, so that when it is challenged or you are questioned about who the fuck you are, you're very confident. This is the year of the tiger. Confidence and courage. This is the name of the fucking game. Name of the game. Name of the game. And then we got the Queen of Chalice, Queen of Cups. You know, we already know. We already know with the Queen of Cups. Queen Cup. I mean, we already know. We already know, man. This is the nurturing queen. This is the queen who's emotionally balanced. You know, let's see what this says though. It might say something completely different. The Lady of Life. Foresight, sensitivity, wisdom, and hospitality. Foresight. I've already told you. You have to be authentic. You have to be authentic, because everybody's the Queen of fucking Cups in this bitch. Now what? Now what? That's why the other energies, the other beings are feeling safe now to come true, because that's their language. That's how they move. Obviously, can you imagine how many different languages are spoken across the galaxies? Do you understand? Like, telepathy is that one common thing. We can feel each other, the fuck. We're connected, we're all one, there ain't no separation between us. This is what y'all have to get into your get into your skulls. That there's no separation between us at this point. Thank you, Organic Blackberry. Thank you. Alright, let's see. This could go on for a long cookie. This could go on for a bit of a long thing still. But it's the portal, no one cares. I love a portal. Stay here for hours with you lot with this tea. Thank you for the match for likes, y'all. You lot are awesome. Thank you, Sarah G. All right, let's get a clarifier for Prince of Wands, that what did we say it was? It was passionate power, knowing our power from within, isn't it? I'm impressed with myself. Sorry. Oh, I saw little bits of your dream, little small bits. The tiger talking to you telepathically. Is that what I saw? I love it. Oh, I love that. I'm going to read it in the comments though, because I always read them. I just get joy. It's my favourite bit of really and truly. I wish they were right there so I could say, okay, all the swords, Lord Jesus. But their meanings, all the Two of Swords came up, and the meaning of the Two of Swords in this deck, different from anything you've heard before. Dope. So we got the Three of Swords, which typically represents heartache and all of the things, you know, disappointment, being let down, or you know the vibe, but not in here. What is it saying in here? What does it mean? Because we're all learning tarot together now today. Today we're learning tarot together. Swords. Wands, swords. And look, that's all the writing they give you. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, all the numbers down the side. It's just very. So I'm definitely going to be remembering all of this. Three of Swords, the division of Geb and Nut. You know Geb and Nut. Geb, I don't know who's who. Geb and Nut. The heavens and the lands. Geb and Nut. This is the division of these two. Removal, division, sharing out, uncertain development. Makes sense. That makes sense. There is going to be a massive divide. The divide gets bigger, y'all. You thought the divide was huge with the whole jab, non-jab thing. You watch and see what happens next. The divide gets even bigger. It's like you're really going to see who's about this life and who ain't. It's really going to be evident. Oh, thank you for the match for likes, and it's 177. I love it. That's because 7 is my number. So yeah, the divide's going to get massive, and you're going to see. That's why it's discernment has been a theme, because it's really important about who you're following, who you're listening to, who you're putting on a fucking pedestal. Do you know what I mean? Like, you can't be. I already told you, like, I swear to God, day one, didn't I tell you, like, don't fucking put me on no fucking pedestal at all. Don't do that, because I'm not about that life, first of all, and second of all, you put yourself on that pedestal too. Otherwise, how are we gonna connect? Do you get me? Or keep me grounded. Keep yourself grounded. But anybody that you've put on a pedestal, drag them off the pedestal, stand shoulder to shoulder with them, and really ask yourself, would you really, really fuck with them now? Do that. Because we don't need another Moses, you hear? We don't need it. I was telling one of the mothers last night, because mum's really like, she don't play a game when it comes to prayer. She's one of my prayer warriors. Another reason why my dress never set on fire, because my prayer warriors don't fuck around for me. But listen, like, she was, one time we were talking, and she was like, yeah, man, we need another Moses. And I was like, nah, mum, we fucking don't. That's the last thing we need, because when we get another Moses to lead and guide us, and then you got some jealous motherfucker over here that thinks they should be fucking Moses, and then we got the whole fucking cycle all over again. You know, we don't. We need self-sovereignty. We need to be able to govern and look after ourselves, and share that with one another in a sense of community, in a sense of tribalness. We should be able to, if I see you, I see me. So I'm not going to violate you, because I wouldn't violate myself. You see me? That. So you're going to see a massive divide, because some people want to stay on the pedestal. How about that? Some people don't want to be equal. Some people don't want to be part of a village. They want to be the leaders. I'm a natural born fucking leader, but I know that ain't gonna get me fucking nowhere if I haven't learned to integrate and be part of a tribe. I'm fucked. And then we got the Two of Swords, which I love the most. Imagine, yeah, as well, this book, this one, look how little this one is. Yeah, it's got the translation in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different languages in just this. It's amazing. It's amazing. Okay, the Two of Swords says the crown of Ta, tenderness, friendship, protection. That's what the Two of Swords means here. It means tenderness, friendship, and protection. I was all real quick to be like, yeah, indecisiveness, you know, not being able to make a decision, but not here. It says tenderness, friendship, and protection. It's important. Partnership is a theme. We're in the 6th year, we're in the mother year. Partnership's a whole theme, and it just doesn't mean that romantic partnership. This is friendships. You know, me and the girls have been talking a lot about, we talked first about divine feminine, and then we did that talk on, you know, how difficult it's been for all of us to be integrating into relationships with other women outside of our direct family and thing, you know, and all 3 of us have said it, like, I don't really fuck with women like that, you know what I mean? Because obviously all of us have had disappointment and hurt from these kind of dynamics. But the other day I watched this film called Rocks, yeah? It's an independent movie, British movie by Channel 4. And not to give you the whole storyline, but it was about a young girl, and her mum just had mental issues, so couldn't cope, and left her with to take care of her little brother. She was about 13, 14, and long story short, she just didn't tell anybody, and she ended up not being able to go home because somebody grassed her mum up, and social services and all the things. And you know who held her down? Her friends. And I've had to think about my life, and I had to think about all of the little people, my little friends, my little girlfriends and boyfriends, but I emphasize on girlfriends because it was mostly girls that I would tell my problems to, like whatever the fuck was going on. I had this one friend in primary school, my second primary school, when I went to live with my parents out of foster care, and her name was Denise, and she had arthritis, so she used to come to school in splints, like it was mad, and she had her own fucking problems. Her mum was also a stripper, and so she had her own fucking problems, and she was my confidant. You know, I used to love bunking off school with her and going back to her house, and her mum was just cool. Her mum was cool with us. More times she was asleep because she'd been working the whole night. So she was just, you know what I mean, just make yourself something to eat or whatever. And we're like 8, 9. She only lived around the corner from the school, but when we decided that we were out. And for me, I just couldn't integrate into the system because I'm a rebel from a barn. So I hated school, no matter, even if it had the most bells and whistles, I fucking hated the place. So any excuse to get out. From primary school, I was out, and I thought about Denise. I also thought about this other Muslim girl, Latifa. She was excellent at doing crabs and handstand. She was excellent at it, and she didn't have a problem. She had her mum and dad and her brothers and sisters and cousins all went to the school, and she was also so happy all the time, and she had, you know, like, she was just so beautiful. Everybody loved Latifa, and I remember how supportive she was for me, and the list goes on. There were so many little small people that were supportive to me, and because I had my own attachment issues, you know, where I wanted to hold on to people, or I was heartbroken when people left, or we had to be separated, and these things, it became a programming for my subconscious that I'm not to trust females, but really and truly they were my support system. Secondary school, yo, so many. Shout out to my sister Nadia, she reads the cards as well, man. I can't imagine the amount of times that we talked in confidence, and she listened to what the fuck I was going through at that time. Like the girls and the women that have supported me in my life are invaluable, yo. And I'm just so much more protective of these relationships now, whereas, you know, remember what was 2019 to 2021, even 2018 to 2021 was all about cutting people off, throwing things in the bin, releasing things that no longer serve you. Yeah, all of that, but doesn't at one point in any moment of the women especially who supported me throughout my 20s and my 30s and now in my 40s, like, you lot will always be loved by me. And now I can see things from a different perspective, from a higher perspective, and see that it was all love. It was always love. And the thing that broke it was our own pain, and obviously just natural separation, different schools, moving, you know, all these things. But I know that in my adult relationships with women, it was all because we were in pain mostly. If they went like this, somebody was in pain, somebody was. So friendship is very, very important at this time. Honor your friendships, honor your connections with those that not only have supported you but get you, the ones that get you. And like I said, there's going to be another division, but use discernment. You know, use discernment. Is people acting up because they're not aligned, or is it because they are just a little bit afraid and you need to just G them up and give them a little G check and a little, you know, come on my G man, like, we got this. Is that it? And then we can continue to move, or you're just going to keep throwing things in the bin. Okay, and then we got the Four of Swords. Here it says, the revenge of Horus, vigilance, restlessness, retreat, solitude. Vigilance, talked about it. Talked about how vigilant we need to be. We need to stay ready so we don't have to get ready. We also talked about restlessness. A lot of us ain't fucking sleeping in these times, you know. There's a lot of restlessness, especially if this is a support card, if this is a clarifier for the Prince of Wands. There's a lot of passion, there's a lot of energy, fire energies. We need to keep moving. We need to exercise as our best friend. Exercise, dance, any type of physical movement before we start our days is our best friend. Me, as I'm getting older, walking's my thing, you know what I mean? But it's really important for fire energy to have some type of, you see fire, what it does, it just doesn't keep still, it just dances. Even my candles, even though they're not dancing vigorously, they're like, look at them, can you see them in the back? You see what I mean with the fire? You know, fire energy needs to have some level of, and as is water, you know, as is water. Water's also a fluid moving energy. So yes, retreat and solitude. I mean, we need to make sure that we have safe spaces, not only just in these uncertain times, but in general. When we resettle, like, there always needs to be safe spaces, sanctuaries, places where, you know, only you, it's a sacred space. This is my sacred space here, my bedroom. It's my sacred space. My sacred space is also out in that bush, in that little corner that you see me always putting offerings. Those are my two very sacred spaces that I need to keep. I don't even let my fucking kids come in here some days. It depends on their energy. Do you know what I mean? There's no way. One time my mum came in my bedroom with her shoes on. I lost my fucking mind. Not on her, but like inside, I fucking had a meltdown. You know, cleansed everything, mopped everything. I was just like, no. Like, I don't want any fucked up energy in my sacred space. So, and also a sacred space, like I said, friendship is a theme. We need to be keeping sacred spaces for one another. We need to be making sure that, you know, we are allowing each other to be heard, especially our masculines, especially them, you know, because like, it's nearly gonna make me cry. Like, one of my divine masculine family was having a bit of a Barney with his missus, and he was really upset about it, man. He was really upset about it. And I was like, communication is the thing. And he said, it's not that I can't communicate. It's just that sometimes I can't articulate. I don't even know how to articulate. This is a big man, you know, very intellectual man, very smart, very, very confident, and very, very successful in the life that he's chosen for himself. But to communicate how he's feeling in especially this dynamic that he was in at this time was really difficult for him. And we have to be patient, you know, and not choose words for other people. You know, Three of Cups is also my sacred space. Yeah, girls already know. But you know, we need to be patient. We need to give people the time to find the words, find the expressions that they want to, that they can express how they're feeling. Like, we've only got another day left of Mercury retrograde. Yeah, we've got a little shadow period for 2 weeks, but tomorrow we out. You know, so Venus is direct, Mercury is direct, you know, and we move. Everything's forward fucking movement. We move. And one of the things that we really do need to be a movement of is allowing the masculine to express themselves and how they feel at any given time in a safe, sacred space where they can feel and express in any way that they need to. Alright, this is going to be a long reading. Feels long. No, not really, because then I've just got one more clarification for the Four of Pentacles for the Fortress, and then we can move on to the Oracles, and then we out. It's been kind of long though, isn't it? A little bit long. Let's just move the second coming of Diana. Sorry, the drama. So I can shuffle. Yeah, listen to hear, not to speak. For sure. Clarifier. Oh, for the Four of Pentacles, we've got the Tower. Means something different though. It still looks treacherous and fucked up. Look. Let's see though. Tower, we already know is divine intervention, really and truly. It's divine intervention for me. Sometimes when we don't have the courage to bring something down, or cut something off, end something, it has to be done for us. And I feel like as well with this Pluto return, this is really something where, you know, it's the Four of Pentacles, and it's described a fortress around us, and now it's saying that there's a tower moment. Okay, let's see. Ruin. The decapitation pyramid is the death of hope and ruin of our constructions. Arrogance, presumption, prison ruin, desperation, punishment, lack of balance. It's happening. What did it say? Ruin, blah, 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 blah. It did say the death of hope, but I've always told you, lot, hope is not a strategy, innit? I've told you, lot, hope is not a fucking strategy. It's one of the worst words. I really don't like using it. If I say I hope, I feel like I'm confusing the fucking universe. So yeah, death to the end of bun hope. Let's pray on things. I pray this for you. I pray this happens for you. I pray that happens for you. I know this is going to go down. I know this of myself. I know I'm going to get this house. I know I'm going to get this job. I know I'm going to have this life. I know I'm going to have this family. I know. No. So death of hope. I love that. The ruin of our constructions. We need the ruin of our constructions, because the constructions that are currently about don't work for a motherfucker. Don't work for none of us. So they need to go down. Everything needs to go down. It has to. You know, and we've been enjoying watching it all go down. The stock market's about to get fucked up as well, y'all, as well. So if you've got investments there, just have a look on your movements. Just have a look, because we already saw the Bitcoin did a madness, but so, you know, it was all about just knowing how the game works. I don't really know how the game works. I know that when the thing crashed, people were just like, buy, 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 sell, sell. Like, the fuck you mean? It felt like 48 hours. Remember the movie? It felt like fucking 48 hours when the whole Bitcoin thing happened. I had to call my boy in. I was like, bruv, wagwan fit. Wagwan, what do I do now? Like, shit. Ah, shit. What else? Arrogance, presumption. Arrogance and presumption. I like prison. I like ruin. I like prison and ruin together. I like the two words together. But there's going to be justice. When we say prison and ruin, desperation, punishment, lack of balance, this is for Simon and them. Simon and them! Not you. That's why you have to have a protective fortress around you, so that when all of this shit is going down, you getting missed, you missing the debris. You know what I mean? I always say there's some people that I know, yeah, I love them deeply, deeply, but they've got some shit coming to them. They've got some serious tower moments. I don't want to be standing next to them when that shit go down. But I still love them. I still love them deeply, but I see how you move in it. So I see that some shit's going to really go down for you. And I'm just going to be over here because miss me with that. Miss me with that. So protect yourselves in these times, my G's, because it's about to go down. It's really about to go down, like really and truly. Like the tiger ain't playing a game. Tiger ain't playing a fucking game. And I'm excited. This is a very rare portal. I mean, when was the last time this happened? Also adds up to 10. New beginnings. This is so exciting. Queen of Wands. So at the bottom of the deck, and we also got King of Pentacles at the bottom of this deck. Let's see what they both say. I think that's why the reading's taking long in it, because I'm having to read a little bit and then I'm rapping and then, you know what I mean? All right, so Queen of Wands. But it's been a minute since I've been here, innit? So take my time. I mean, it's really ridiculous. This book is ridiculous. So fucking tiny. Rules 20 degrees Pisces and 20 degrees Aries. My Venus is in Pisces and I'm an Aries. God. Equals watery part of fire. The watery part of fire. Have you ever heard of that? The watery part of fire. Even though they say that fire and water can go together. Let's listen. It's fluidity and colour. The card shows a queen with a crown of the winged globe. She is seated on a throne of flame, ordered into geometrical light by her material power. She carries a wand topped with a fir cone, suggesting of the mysteries of the Bacchus. The Bacchus. I need to look at this. Oh, so that as well, for me, it's like a pine cone. So it's like the pineal gland. It's the pineal gland for me. Queen of Wands with the fire and the water. They said the first word here was fluidity. Learn to flow in the passion of your pursuits. Learn to flow. Because fire, and don't be burning down everything as you're going, you know, just be very fluid with the fire. Remember, we also said to keep your fire balanced. Movement is a thing. Movement is a fucking thing. So, King of Pentacles here. Oh, I'm in another language. The Lord of the World. Tradesman, rich. Then we talk about the stock market. The Lord of the World. The Lord of the World is also the devil, right? So even though this isn't the devil card, I'm just listening to just the description that it's giving me. It says the Lord of the World, tradesman, rich, intelligent, practical, well disposed. Bottom of the deck. And I feel like fire burn for y'all. Fire burn for y'all. Lord of the world, fire burn for y'all. That's what it is. I just feel like that's what it is. Let's get into the oracles. Let's get into the oracles. Let's get some cards from the ancestors. God, this deck's still difficult to shuffle. Still. Do you remember the last portal I did? What was it? Portal. It was the 12-12 portal, and I said, have the meek already inherited the earth, but just have to get their frequency to match this reality. Is Simon and them really a thing anymore? Is it real, or is it just the dregs of the illusion that has been presented to us? Does the whole veil just drop down and we can really see what is good? I hope so. I hope so. Can we get a message from the ancestors, please? Oh, I just said hope, innit? I pray so. Not even that, I know so. See how easy it is to put a stupid word into your sentence. Stargazer. Set your sights higher. Set your sights higher. Message: go beyond your limitations and believe that the impossible is possible. Hope is not a strategy. Do you ever remember wishing on a star when you were a child and in your innocence believing that your wish could come true? Stargazer connects with the energy of the cosmos and reminds you that you have the ability to draw in. It reminds you that you have the ability to draw in support from the universe. His cloak with its sparkle and light shows that you are closer to the energy of the universe than you think. You don't have to go out looking for it. It is already there. So look beyond where you are and create even bigger dreams, visions, goals, because with the power and the help of the cosmos, those wishes can come true. Collective consciousness is a real motherfucking thing. This guy that I was watching, Something Singer, this white guy, man, he gave me life. He was saying like thoughts have always been thought that we've always thought that our thoughts are within us, but they're not. They're frequencies that go out, just like the stuff that makes our phones work and all of the things. It's a frequency that goes out, and if we are all emitting the same type of frequency, there's a motherfucking change. Collective consciousness is a real life thing. Extended message: you're on the verge of a miracle. All of your dreams and aspirations are within your grasp, and you are being guided to focus on your vision. So it's clear you need, remember what the Three of Cups, we did it on the very first one of January. We asked you, what does your heaven look like? It's really important that you start to construct that, because you could end up motherfucking anywhere. The angels who are with you are encouraging you. There is nothing that you cannot have or achieve. There's an opportunity at the time to heal an old wound or pattern or lack. Old pattern. Sorry, let me read that again. There's an opportunity at this time to heal an old wound or pattern of lack and not feeling good enough. In the past, you've often found it impossible to recognize your worth and to believe that you are deserving of the blessings. Angel and ancestor wisdom is reminding you that you are an incredible and infinite spark of the universe. The universe is not only with you, it absolutely adores you. You are talented, filled with strength, and have the abilities you need to turn your wildest dreams into reality. See all these swords here, all these thoughts, you know. It's your choice. Remember, we talked about the anxiety and the excitement being a very thin line. Love and hate, thin line. It's you choose. You choose wherever your thoughts go, wherever you put your energy, that's what you experience. That's what you're going to manifest. So it's up to you. It's up to you. Oh shit, I didn't even see 2 dropped out. And then we got spring, because we already know the new year still ain't here. So we've got time to be fixing ourselves up. We've got time to be fixing ourselves up, because that masculine energy of go, 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 go is coming. It's coming. So get ready. Get ready. Spring. Mm-hmm. 140. Oh, the seasons. Ugh. Okay. Message: embrace the change that is on the horizon. Allow your dreams to become reality. Same message. About spring is an exciting time because it has so much potential. Animals are coming out of hibernation, flowers are pushing up through the soil, and the days are getting lighter and brighter. It's in the air. It's so beautiful. The spring card features a wild hare, because in Celtic animal medicine, the hare brings intuition and rebirth. Hares are highly fertile beings, and so their medicine can bring dreams to life. Extended message: you're ready to bring to life all of your ideas, inspirations, and projects. Told you that right at the beginning. Year of the Tiger. When this card appears, you are moving into a space that allows you to really grow, expand, and create in a way you've never done before. There are opportunities for abundance, including financial growth. And if you're starting something new, prepare for a major expansion in your life and soul. Are you utilizing your gifts, y'all? When the spring card arrives in the future position of a spread, or as the last card in a reading, which is practically the last card in a reading, it can also indicate that the coming spring will usher an important energies into regards to your questions or intentions. Told you, we're not in the new year yet, y'all. We're not in the new year. We're nearly coming. All right, 2 more cards to pull, and then we out. Breaking old habits, creating new ones, repetition. Done told you, don't watch nails. No excuse, just don't watch them. Self-acceptance and excellent mental health. Self-acceptance and excellent mental health. Authenticity. Be your fucking self. Be who you are. Truly. There's no room for fucking inauthenticity. There's no room for it at this time. There's none. Even when you think you got away with it, you did not. Breaking bad habits and replacing them with new ones, and practicing repetition, reprogramming the subconscious mind. This singer guy said, doesn't matter how many self-help books you read and how much people you listen to and how much you want your life to be different. If the subconscious has got a different type of programming, you're fucked. Right, there's over 200 of you in this live. Yo, thank you. Thank you for the likes. Breaking bad habits. Told you lot there's going to have to be some sacrifice. Said that with the 3 of Cups on Friday. In my defense, I've only smoked twice today. What's the time? It's fucking late. I've smoked twice. So, you know, we move. We're going to find our way. We're going to find our way. Love you too, Kazglow. I want it to be Eye of the Tiger. I want it to be Tiger's Eye. How many did we get? 2. We always get 2. When have we not got 2? We always get fucking 2. And none of them are Eye of the Tiger. I need to read about peridot. I want to go first with peridot because my sister, you see, hold on, let's see. My sister Elsie makes these waist beads. You can't see. She makes waist beads with crystals, and they're also elasticated. I've got some non-elasticated waist beads on here from Ghana and Nigeria, but I've also got elasticated waist beads made by my sister from Zimbabwe, and she just made this beautiful piece out of this stone. So I really want to know what it is. I really want to know what it is, but I can't find the bloody book. It's right there. It's right there. Second Coming of Diana's really well behaved, isn't it? Really well behaved. Yo. 14. Emotional cleansing. Peridot frees the mind from unwelcome, envious thoughts and night terrors. It is transmutative and purifying, self-understanding. You are deeply emotional and may possibly cling to the past or beat yourself up over mistakes. By nature, jealous, you have dark thoughts. Detoxifying your emotions, learn to forgive and let go. That's the name of this music that's playing Calm Well, you already know. Follow your own life plan without judging yourself or being envious of others. You have the power to go through fiery transmutation and emerge transformed. Remember, I already fucking told you, you got to get with this whole collective consciousness, yo, this unified consciousness. So you're fucked. Divination. Use energy wisely. Recognize how outside influences operate in your life. Develop your own protection. Develop your own protection. Learn to rely on your own inner guidance. Learn to rely on your own inner guidance. Where are we? Peridot indicates farewells and disappointments in love. Avoid jealousy. Be assertive without aggression. You have a powerful destiny and great integrity. Money is earned from your talents. Hailing insight. Envy and jealousy harm you as well as hurting others. Frequency, earthy to high, chakra, heart, solar plexus. Time in Leo, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius. Soul path, emotional purification. I love it. I love it. Now I know what it means for real, for real. And we got rhodozite. Rhodozite. 43. Rhodozite. Zingy rhodozite is excellent for removing blockages, for adding vitality to the physical body. It cleanses, activates, and powers up all of the chakras and harmonize the etheric bodies. This crystal is very good. It doesn't say that. This crystal encourages the flow of Kundalini energy to all of the cells and the spaces between. Self-understanding. Karmic imprints from your past lives or emotional wounds from earlier in your present life may be creating a state of psychosomatic disease. I told you that the subconscious programming will be fucking you up. Your own negative or compulsive thoughts patterns also play a part. Breaking bad habits, as can those of other people directed towards you. Divination. Check out the harmony or lack of it in your environment. Earth energies may be disrupting your well-being. So you're looking at getting your... None of you lot should be sleeping with your phones near your heads or any fucking stupid shit like that. You should even have it in another room. Get yourself an old-fashioned alarm clock if it needs to get you up. None of y'all should be sleeping with the television on. At all. The fuck. Yesterday, I was at Mum's house, yeah, and she has the radio on in the kitchen. Normally she's got Genesis playing little reggae music, and we have a sweet and a thing. Last night she had on the news, and I was there long enough for it to repeat itself. So, you know, on every hour. Second time, by the time it repeated itself, I told Mum I felt anxiety. I felt some type of way. Like, can we either change the fucking channel or go into another room? Like, I was like this. And I was like, I caught myself. I was like, why do I feel so fucking hell? So you can imagine. And people say, oh, I have it on for company background. That is subconsciously feeding your fucked up beliefs and programmings from the past. You know, put on a little binaural beats, no man. Silence is beautiful. Also, all of these 5G this and who-G that, you know, it's no good for none of us. You know, that shit's invisible. We don't even know where the fuck it's coming from. So, you know, little organite pyramid, you know, little shungite. You see me in the water. You know, little shungite and little black tourmaline round your neck and ting. See me? Should not be having these devices. They don't live in this room, you know. My phone lives next door with my laptop. They don't live in the room that I sleep in. There's no. Where was we? Got completely flung off track. Your own negative or compulsive thoughts patterns also play a part, as can those of other people's directed towards you. Divination, check out the harmony, lack of it, blah, 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 blah. The ground around your workplace and your home may need healing and stabilizing by planting subtle crystals in the earth. I think we've already done it. I did that years ago, you know. There's some crystals buried, I don't even know what they are, outside my house. Healing insight. Living in a healthy, stable environment creates a stable physical body. Frequency, earthly and high. Chakra, earth star, solar plexus, casual, cortex, timing, autumn, soul path, healing the earth. There you go, guys. There you go. It's finished. We did the reading. It's finished. Portal reading. I feel like so much was said and done. I love that, and I do that as well. Wherever I go in the world, I take crystals and bury them in the earth. Don't matter. What else? Oh, that's really cute, Lissy. That's cute. All right, my loves, my G's. I'm out. That was very, very fun. I enjoyed myself. The hyper chat, no, it's not called that. The super chat will be on when I come back with my sisters on Friday for the Three of Cups. We'll be shooting the breeze, talking about whatever. And if you do want to leave a donation, the information to my PayPal is in my bio. I love you lot too much. How do you feel about falling asleep to subliminals on YouTube? I need silence, my G. I need fucking silence, because I don't want any subliminals, as I mean, it's good. It's recommended by some experts to do that, to help reprogram the subconscious. But for me, that just doesn't fucking work. I need fucking silence. I need to hear the voice of the divine come true me, and reprogram my bumper clock that way. Because some of these, I feel like some of these things get hijacked, you know, like even this community, like some of this shit gets hijacked, and they'll be putting anything in there. So sometimes I'm just like, oh, I don't know, you know, and I really have to be drawn to certain things, to certain music, binaural beats, whatever. If it doesn't resonate, fuck that, I'm out. I'm off it. Hey, Shana Bunny! A1 day one. That's one of my A1 day ones. So yeah, but I used to do that when I was at uni. I used to sleep with the sound of my notes from my dictaphone in my ears. I used to do that, just write the exam and forget about what the fuck. I don't know how I got a degree. I'm still in shock. Personal readings, yeah, it's soon. I mean it, soon, sooner than you think. Really, really soon. And all the information to book personal readings, you can go right ahead and make an inquiry at Mama D Tarot. untitled.chapter@gmail.com. You can go right ahead and make the inquiries, and as soon as it's on, I'll give all of the information on how to book or all the things. Also, Mama D products are in effect. They're in effect. They're really close to being on sale. I'm really fucking excited. But I've got to get a little techie, you know what I mean? I need a little website and thing, and these things take a minute, and also my anxiety for these things, I'm having to overcome that. So, soon. Sooner than you think, man. Sooner than you think. But yeah, all of that. I love you lot. Thank you for riding with me for so long. We've been here for so long. Thank you for all of the likes. And I'll see you lot soon. And the second coming of Diana will be having her life in the year of this tiger. I promise you. You guys have a great evening. We'll see you Friday. Love you.